Hi everyone. One of the biggest questions we get is why is London so expensive? So in this video, I'm going to be tackling for you some of the key things as to what makes London so desirable, which then translates into why it's so expensive. Hi everyone, Arinzeh here with Onyx Property Team. I'm a London-based agent. I love bringing you my weekly videos on YouTube about the London property market and living in this incredible city. If it's your first time, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we put out weekly videos and you don't want to miss a thing. So, why is London so expensive? First off, where does London actually rank in terms of global cities and how expensive it is? According to a study by the mobility group ECA, London ranks 4th in terms of global cities and how expensive they are. They looked at a basket of goods, everything from cooking oil to rent to gas prices and energy costs, and looked at that bundle and compared it across major population centers, and that's how they got their ranking. The other metrics that people look at is the cost of inflation, and that's often measured by the Consumer Price Index, CPI. The inflation rate reached a high of 11.1% back in October of 2022, which was a 41-year high. It has since eased back, and it got down to 10.1% in January of 2023, but back up again slightly in February of 2023, up to 10.4%. When inflation increases, it means that everything we're buying, or most things we're buying, gets more expensive than we would have paid for in the prior months. Increases in the cost of consumer goods, along with strong demand and actually Brexit, have definitely impacted the ability for supplies to get over, increasing the inflation rate. Now, on food alone, when measured, it increased 18% in February of 2023 compared to the prior year, and that was also a 45-year high. Another key dynamic that people look at is obviously energy costs, and that's everything from the cost to heating your house to also road petrol costs. In February of 2023 compared to the prior year, that increased 129% alone, while electricity prices increased 67%. Electricity prices track along very much with gas prices, and that's why we've seen both increase dramatically over that period. Now that we've looked at some of the metrics in terms of how we measure affordability, now let's talk about what makes London actually so expensive. The first dynamic is it is a European financial center. Think tank Zyen's 33rd index has measured London and ranks it 3rd in terms of financial centers behind New York and San Francisco. No other European city even made the top 10. London has access to a deep worker pool and financial markets, as well as strong legal oversight and transport system, which make it highly appealing for those in the financial sector. London's got a booming fintech sector that is growing day by day. If you've heard of Silicon Roundabout, it is the area around Old Street, which is definitely heavily dominated by fintech companies and people supporting the industry, making that a key hub in the city. London actually ranked as the #1 European center in terms of future prospects. Overall, it ranked number 5 on that survey, and it ranked ahead of key cities like New York, Shanghai, and Paris. Only Seoul, Singapore, Kigali, and Hong Kong ranked ahead of London in terms of this category. This means a lot of great paying jobs that can afford to pay for those expensive dinners out and for great entertainment. London, given being that it's a global city, is definitely going to have not just a domestic demand curve, but also an international demand curve as people move throughout the world, and those with money can afford to go where the high-paying jobs are and where there's opportunities. On the housing front, domestic buyers are often competing with international buyers. Up to 30 to 40% of properties bought in prime central London are actually purchased by international buyers. They absolutely love the grand white stucco fronted, classic, quintessential Victorian homes that are synonymous with London. However, Asian buyers absolutely love new builds, and there are plenty that are coming up both north and south of the river. There's some incredible residences, high-end residences that are being dotted throughout London, and that has a lot of global appeal. But that means it obviously makes living and working in London incredibly expensive for those who are here. According to data by ECA, London ranked number 4 in terms of overall most expensive cities to live. their rents increased by 20% over the last year. New York, which was number 2 on the list, their rents increased by just 12%. So you can see how significantly more expensive it is if you're renting and living and trying to work in London as well. And let's not forget that the UK is an island, meaning that most of everything that we buy here has to be imported. We've had Brexit and then COVID, which impacted the supply chains dramatically. Things in China took forever to come over, and it has made life in London and the things we buy often more expensive than even just a couple years ago. So I hope this video has been helpful in giving you context as to what makes London so expensive. If you are thinking about buying your own piece of London and you want the best deal possible out there, please make sure to reach out and get in touch. I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos on my YouTube channel where I share great tips and information about the London property market and living in this fabulous city. So that's Arinzeh with Onyx Property Team and Keller Williams. Bye for now.